Power tools use many ball bearings to allow various components to rotate. Over time, a ball bearing will wear and begin to fail. A bearing that is failing will usually give warning, often with a squeaking or a squealing sound. I'll begin by removing the motor brushes from the tool. Next, I'll separate the gearbox from the motor housing. And pull the armature away from the housing. And now I can remove the sleeve from the bearing. Now I can remove the bearing. I'll use a bearing separator to do that. I'll place the bearing in the separator and tighten it up. Next, I'll place the separator on my vice's jaws. I'll use a small socket to tap the armature shaft away from the bearing. Now I can install the new bearing. The bearing has a metal shield and a plastic shield. In this application, the metal shield is installed pointing out. I'll place the bearing onto the armature shaft, then turn it over, placing the bearing on the anvil on my vise, and I'll use a rubber mallet to tap the armature shaft into the bearing. I'll continue to install it until the shaft is flush with the inner race. Now I can reinstall the sleeve. Next, I'll reinstall the armature. I'll insert the armature into the housing, aligning the bearing with the opposite end. On the fan end, I'll align the bearing plate with the plastic pins on the housing. Then I'll make sure the armature is pressed firmly into the housing. And now I can reinstall the gearbox. And I'll secure it with the screws. I'll finish up by reinstalling the brushes. And that's how you can replace the ball bearing in your polisher.